So let's dive into the biology of sleep so we can understand how we're wired and how to support our system optimally. The main topic here is our sleep-wake cycle, a unique biological cycle of sleepiness versus wakefulness. Just like the Earth's orbits around the sun affects the seasons, and the moon's orbit around the Earth affects the tide, we each have a biological phenomenon happening inside, a circadian rhythm. And just as a farmer can harness the seasons to plant and harvest, and a surfer knows how to harness the ocean's tide, so you as a parent can learn to read your child's natural sleep-wake cycles to help him or her sleep. Our sleep-wake cycle is made up of two biological processes as discovered by a Swiss researcher, Alexander Orbley, which are the sleep-wake homeostasis and the circadian rhythm. Ideally, we want our sleep-wake homeostasis and circadian rhythm to overlap, similar to the following graph, which will maximize restorative sleep and allow for optimal wake times. As shown on the graph, the sleep-wake homeostasis is on the top line, while the circadian rhythm is on the bottom line. I'll explain the top line first. The sleep-wake homeostasis is an accumulation of sleep-inducing hormones in the brain, generating a buildup of sleep pressure. The longer you stay awake, the more sleep pressure you have. So we are just going to refer to the system as sleep pressure. As you can see on the graph, all throughout the day, it's building, and once we sleep, it empties and starts over. Now I'll explain the second line, which represents circadian rhythm. Essentially, light and darkness govern this cycle, which is why we experience jet lag when we travel across different time zones. During the day, it works to offset the top line, sleep pressure. Even though sleep pressure is building, our circadian rhythm keeps us alert. It's even influencing our metabolism, hormone systems, immune system, and more. All through the day, the sunlight is causing a chain reaction, producing vitamin D3, which down the line produces serotonin. Serotonin governs many of the daytime processes, and in the evening, it creates a sleepy hormone called melatonin. But what triggers the sleepy hormone melatonin? Darkness. When we are exposed to darkness, the pineal gland behind our eyes is triggered, and serotonin is converted into melatonin. This is all a beautifully complex process, which I've grossly simplified here, and it's governed by light and darkness. One more thing here, adults typically have one main rhythm that follows the sun, but because children are growing physically and mentally at such rapid rates, more frequent sleep is needed to support the rapid growth. So those are the two biological systems. The bottom line, the circadian rhythm, regulates our alertness, including waking us up from sleep, whereas the top line is growing in sleep pressure when we're awake and goes away when we're sleeping.